Alright, boys and girls, the Dawning is here, and it brought with it about 97 different bugs into the game, including the whole event card fiasco, where it was free the first hour that this event launched, but that's a whole different subject. Today I want to talk about the one thing that I think people are going to chase for this event, and that is going to be the 3 new emblems that are in this event via the gift and return system. If you don't know what that is this gift box right here that you get through playing the event. And if you didn't know what emblems I was talking about, in the TWID they announced these emblems right here. So one is for Zavala, one is for Ikora, and then one is for Crow. And you can get these by opening the gift in return package that I just showed you on screen. So the question then becomes, what should you do to get these packages as fast as humanly possible, right? But there's also one thing to keep in mind, and it's very important. That is the text from the Twitter along with the emblems. I'm going to spare you reading the entire thing, but I'll put the quote on screen and tell you the bullet points. Basically, the emblems are very rare inside these gift packages. Probably something like 1%, kind of like how you would go for raid exotics back in the day. But it also says, don't worry, Ava loves us so much, that's kind of weird, and that with the festive spirit, there's going to be a community event that increases the chances of getting them through a Dawning bake-off, aka bake a bunch of cookies. Week 1 is going to be Zavala, Tess, Elsie Bray, and Nimbus. Week 2 is going to be Ikora, Ava, and the Drifter, and Week 3 is going to be Shax, Saint 14, and Avarice. Now, you could take advantage of these options during each week of the Dawning if you happen to get the ingredients for these cookies, but what I am going to recommend to you is for you to hoard making a ton of cookies for Week 2 specifically for the Drifter. The reason for that is pretty simple. The dark chocolate motes cookies to Drifter are one of, if not the easiest cookie to make in the game, meaning that you can stockpile a ton of them for Week 2 of the event and then start handing them in to get your packages that way. Also, keep in mind that in this scenario, you will be under an X2 boost for the emblems to drop in your packages rather than just splurging Week 1 and having the lowest odds. But if you want to participate in Week 1 as well, you could do that through Tess Avarice and the classic butter cookies. These are also very easy to make and can be made and farmed while you're trying to do the dark chocolate milk cookies for Drifter 2. Speaking of which, let's show you 2 very easy strats for you to farm all of these ingredients. Alright, so here is one of the strategies that I have for just farming mats. I'm going to show a couple of them because there's different cookies out there with different ingredients and things like that. So this is a Taken-oriented one where I'm going to be utilizing a Well of Radiance plus Phoenix Protocol to get back a well if possible, depending on how many kills I get. I also have a Font of Wisdom on and Void Siphon. I'm going to be using Hammerhead to make orbs, and then the orbs will activate the Font of Wisdom. I also have Distribution on and Absolution as well. I guess technically you could also put Dynamo on. Where is it? Dynamo. Yeah, there you go. And then for my class ability, I'm going to be using Phoenix Dive, so it doesn't actually hurt anybody. I just dive on the ground and that's it. So ideally, you just want to go bang and then go forward. And with this, you're going to be creating a ton of ingredients. There's going to be Bullet Spray. There's going to be Perfect Taste, Superb Texture because you're in a well, so it's going to count as super kills. And I'm sure there's other ones too. Plus, you know, the Taken Butter. Obviously, as you can see right there, Taken Butter. Bullet Taste, Perfect Taste, Bullet Spray. Eventually I get a Superb Texture here, I think, hopefully. This would be really awkward if I don't after I talked about it. No Taste is another one, I forgot to mention that. There you go, Superb Texture. So I was unlucky in getting them early, but you can get it, as you can see. There you go, back-to-back. 3 back-to-back. So as you can see, you get a ton of mats every single run you get at Shiroshi. There's like, I want to say, I don't know, 50 to 60 enemies here total. I forgot to use my class ability earlier, actually. And as you can see, I'm pretty close to getting well. If I paid attention earlier with my class ability, I probably would have already had it, which means I would pop it again to get more. Actually, I got it back right there. There you go. So if you do it perfectly, you have 2 wells per run, and then you get a bunch of mats, get a bunch of Taken Butter, and then all you do is just wipe after all the enemies are dead. You can just jump off the cliff, or if you don't want to go that far, you can just, there you go, you see a ton of mats right there. Just stand on here and then the game will automatically kill you. And after this, you can utilize the Dark Chocolate Motes cookie, which is Taken Butter and Null Taste. Also, you're getting, I believe, where is it? Classic Butter for Superb Texture. And also Taken Butter, which you're getting here. So these 2 cookies can be utilized just through this strategy. Sorry, I forgot one. The Zerg cookie, you can do the exact same thing I just showed you, except using arc weapons instead, and you can build electric flavor to hand those in if you want as well. Strat 2 is going to focus on the Grasp of Avarice dungeon and Arc Kill specifically. The very beginning of Grasp has unlimited enemies as long as you don't complete the engram portion of the encounter. If you get 99 engrams, you can just die and restart that. So, the reason why we're here is because we can focus on different mats here, slightly different. Here we can focus on Etheric Cold Snaps, which is Kite and Patter, and Electric Flavor. This is Hive kills and then Arc-based kills. And then Bright Dust of Snowballs, which is Kite and Powder again, Hive kills, and Multifaceted Flavors, which is just get rapid kills on your enemies. So, like with a machine gun, as I'm going to do here. And what this is going to do is just build up a bunch of mats for you very easily from Hive instead of Taken if you, don't want to do the Shuro Wish, or maybe you're doing a bunch of activities where there's Hive-based enemies, then you can focus on this. This will also work for Loosen Crunch, which would be Hive kills plus Perfect Taste, which is just getting precision kills. So here we go. The plan is pretty much the same as the Void one. The only difference here is going to be we don't have unlimited rally flags to abuse every time that we wipe, but you have an alternate option here where you can utilize a primary weapon with the new Enhanced Ammo Finder mod on it. I'll show you that in a second once I pop my next well. That will generate you heavy ammo, and then you can swap to your heavy if you'd like. This is the mod that I'm talking about. So I can start out using my T-Lord, for example, and then, well, there's heavy ammo, perfect timing. And then if my T-Lord is low on ammo or it runs out, then I'll just switch to this and start getting kills with this. One extra thing to note is that if you get kills too quickly, you only make 1 Aura of Power, right? Not that that matters a whole ton here. But if you get them in a steady pace or get 2 kills and then reload, you can make more orbs that way and faster. So you see I made an orb, I'm going to reload here manually, and then I'm going to shoot 2 more enemies. Another orb. Otherwise, if I just shot all 4 of them consecutively back to back, I would still make only 1 orb. Like that, as you can see. So that's a small tip right there as well. So that solves half the issue. The other half is going to be getting Essence of Dawning in order to make your cookies, because it costs you 10 Dawning Essence every single cookie that you make, assuming that your oven is masterworked. This is easily solved by one of 2 methods. You can either do the top method, which is going to be going at the Dueling Karu boss in the Shattered Throne dungeon by using a checkpoint system, where you just get a checkpoint for the boss on one character, switch leader to your friend, then switch characters, go to a different character, kill the boss instantly with Warcliffe Coil, and then rinse repeat the process over and over. This is even more easy by just running Titans, where you can do one singular Consecration Slam, kill all 3 knights, and then wail on the boss instantly, making the encounter maybe like 20-30 seconds long. If for whatever reason you can't do dungeons, then your next best option is going to be utilizing the First Contact story mission on Neomuna. What you're going to want to do is get to the very, very end right after you kill the Tormentor. After that, you do the exact same thing with the swapping. You make your buddy leader, you switch to a different character, you then proceed to walk to the end where you get into the drop pod where Osiris yeets himself, and then once the drop pod leaves and the screen goes black, you will get 16 to 17 Dawning Essence. At this point, you can just switch characters and rinse repeat the process. You don't even have to go land on Neomuna to finish the mission or anything, and that's how you can get a bunch of Essence very quickly, very easily. Lastly, I know this is a dumb one, but it should be noted anyway. Do your Dawning bounties, because you get Dawning Essence, you get Dawning Spirit, you get Bright Dust, and that also helps you unlock these upgrades, like such as Bountiful Harvest, which gives you the ability to get more ingredients when you complete Dawning Bounties, or Essential Harvest. Dawning Bounties reward a small amount of Dawning Essence. That's all I got for this one. Hopefully this helps you get all 3 emblems if you're going to go for them. Remember, be a hoarder for a week for optimization. In the meantime, if you guys want to see something in regards to the Dawning focusing for the weapons, specifically the new linear vision rifle, which I think is going to be very good, let me know in the comments below if you want to see a dedicated video on how to farm that as well. If you did enjoy the video, please consider subscribing today. It does help the channel grow and is much appreciated. And if you want to go the extra mile, you can leave a like and or comment below as well. If you don't want to leave as a comment, you can leave Dawning as the comment. Thanks for watching. Catch you next time.